Hello and welcome to Paws Round Portsmouth, the show where we'll be investigating how dog-friendly the city of Portsmouth and its community is. I'm Abby Burnett.
And I'm Greg Pooley. Coming up on today's show, we'll be out and about asking you, the public, your favourite places to take your pooches and whether or not you think the city is particularly dog-friendly.
We will also be taking a sneak peek at the places you and your furry friend can venture out, explore and stay within the community, such as St James's Park, Canoe Lake and Southsea Common.
We shall be speaking to a local pub supervisor about his dog-friendly business, as well as a student here at the University of Portsmouth about what it's like to own a dog in this vibrant, lively city.
As this is a show about dogs, do you have any pups, Greg?
I do actually, Abby. Her name is Frida. She was born in Mexico, but sadly she had a bit of a tough start in life, as all her siblings died when she was born and she was the only one to survive. Fortunately, though, my brother brought her back to England from Mexico, where she is now happily living with us. So it's a nice story in the end.
Oh, bless her. Sounds as if she's had a hard life. But I'm glad she's happy now, though.
Yeah, she is. But what about you, Abby? Do you have any dogs of your own?
I do, actually. I have a Shih Tzu named Dottie. She's my favourite little person in the world. Although she does smell a bit from time to time, but nothing a short trip to the groomers can't fix.
Is that Posh Pets, the one on Albert Road, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one. I like to make sure Dottie is always looking her best. Take a look at this selfie we took the other day. Isn't she beautiful?
She is indeed, Abby. She is indeed. Speaking of selfies, for those of you watching, if you have your pup close by, why not send us in a picture of you both via our Twitter page at the address displayed below for your selfie to be featured at the end of the show with the hashtag PompeyPups.
Earlier, we spoke to you, the public, about how dog-friendly you find the community of Portsmouth and what the city has to offer. Let's see what you had to say.
How often do you walk your dog along the seafront?
I walk the dog about twice a day on the common along the seafront.
Well, my grandparents bring their dogs down and we walk them every day along here in the seafront.
For her, it's an easy walk. It's not a hard walk. So it's when we're a bit busy, we just bring her along here.
How much do you know about the facilities available for dogs in Portsmouth?
Not a great deal, to be honest. I know that you can walk them on the beach at certain times of the year, in certain parts of the beach, and on the common.
I think it's very good because they have like the common, there's loads of space here and a lot of poo bins and stuff.
I mean, we're lucky with the common because we can let dogs off, whereas a lot of places don't have anywhere that they can let their dogs off, so that's really good. And there are several dog bins all around the city, which I was quite surprised at, but there's not enough in the middle of the common, which has been an issue.
Well, I know that this is a place that you can run them. The beach is a little bit tricky because you can only run them in a certain area at certain times of the year.
And what would you add to Portsmouth to make it more dog-friendly?
I'm not sure really. I mean, it might be an idea to have special areas on the common where dogs can and can't go, because I know not everyone likes dogs and likes dogs to be around.
Perhaps more sort of advertising the fact that where's good places, safe places for dogs, what time of the year for the beaches really, dogs are allowed on the beach, that sort of thing.
And do you think dog walking has a social aspect to it?
Absolutely. I didn't know any of these people till I got my dog 3 years ago, so yeah, there definitely is.
Oh, definitely. Through social media, there's always meets where you meet other dog owners and you can all sort of get together, and the dogs to get together, and it's friendly and safe for them and everyone else.
And overall, do you think Portsmouth is a dog-friendly city?
I think it's far more dog-friendly than some places.
I think so. It seems to me that most people like dogs. There's plenty of places to take your dog, and I've never had any particular problems with people in the city about dogs.
Sounds as though Portsmouth is a great place to live. As we've seen, lots of you are very dedicated to spoiling your dogs with long walks, and it looks as though there are plenty of places around Portsmouth to do just that. Is there anywhere in particular that you like to take Frida, Greg?
Oh, definitely. Like many of those that we spoke to, I also enjoy walking her around the common. But there are also around 60 other parks around Pompey, which myself and Frida, we like to take advantage of mainly in the summer.
Oh, but what about the winter? What do you get up to in the colder months of the year?
Well, during the winter, instead of putting on the wellies and getting muddy, we prefer to stay in the warmth. We often venture down to the pubs along Albert Road in the evening for a pint or two.
Oh.
Well, I do. Frida prefers a bowl of water, of course.
That sounds lovely.
What about you, Abby? Where do you and Dottie go for a fun day out?
Well, I personally like the miles and miles of seafront, which, thanks to Lindsay Kelly and her petition, now lets dogs on Portsmouth beaches for longer.
I've heard about that petition, and it said that she gained over 1,000 signatures, and not just from the people of Portsmouth, but also those who like to come visit from across the UK.
Oh my God, that's amazing. It's good, as now I can walk Dottie on the beach for 7 months of the year.
And of course, it's not just the open spaces that you can enjoy. You can also walk your dog around Portsmouth Harbour, viewing the historic sites of the 18th century dockyard.
You can, in fact, take your exploration even further by embarking on one of the regular boat trips that do, of course, allow for dogs on board for the ride.
And if you're still looking for inspiration, do visit southseadogcommunity.co.uk to take a look at the long list of dog-loving locations that you can visit.
But wherever you do decide to go with your dog, remember to take along with you your poop scoop and doggy bags.
Yes, and after speaking to fellow owners, we understand that there is a lack of dog bins around Portsmouth, and that dog fouling can be that hefty £1,000 fine. Please pick up after your dog.
And with that, let's switch over to May to introduce our four-legged correspondent who has been spying in and around Portsmouth.
Hi, I'm May Webb introducing you to Buddy, our 3-year-old Springer Spaniel. Buddy's been in service for 2 years exploring dog-friendly cities across the UK. He enjoys chasing cats and leaving muddy paw prints all over the house for fun. His mission today? To find out what a dog can get up to in Portsmouth and exactly how dog-friendly our city is.
Earlier today, our Buddy explored the vast open spaces that Portsmouth has to offer. He began his adventure at St James's Park, a secure park in the heart of Portsmouth. The park is open between 9 and 5 Monday to Fridays and 10 till 4 on Sundays. Here, Buddy was able to run around as much as he wanted and chase after his tennis balls. Buddy is just one of many dogs to enjoy this park, as it's a popular place for dog meetups. There are specific Facebook groups online which try and promote group dog walking. Next on his travels, Buddy travelled to Canoe Lake, only a short walk from the seafront in Southsea. It is often referred to as Swan Lake because of the number of swans that visit the lake daily. Buddy was lucky enough to catch a glimpse of the swans taking flight, flying off into the distance. Buddy loved watching the swans walking about on the grass before they dived into the lake to cool off. In summertime, more people are attracted to Canoe Lake because of the swan-shaped pedalos you can hire out and ride around the lake. To finish up Buddy's outdoor adventure, he took a gentle stroll just across the road from Canoe Lake onto the seafront, where he was able to take in the views of the coast and, of course, enjoy the refreshing sea breeze. Buddy has had a lovely day out in Portsmouth.
What a tiring day for Buddy. Looks as though he had a great time. Let's now take a look at a awesome map of Portsmouth that's been made to walk you through all the top spots around Pompey that Buddy sniffed out for you to enjoy. Hole in the Wall is an excellent pub that you must visit with your dog. With homemade food and real cask-conditioned ales, the relaxed atmosphere is a must for a quiet Sunday evening. If you want service with a smile and good food, Belle Isle on Palmerston Road is the place for you. As a local run bistro, whether you're there for a light lunch or full dining experience, they're more than welcoming of customers with dogs. Also on Palmerston Road, you can find Meat and Barrel. Here you can enjoy a first-class beef burger and cold brewed crafted beer. Why not venture down to Mozzarella Joe's, where the lovely sea view and a cheese pizza are on the menu for you and your four-legged companion. Nell Gwyn, an extremely popular locally run pub, is located on Jesse Road in Southsea. This public house is hoping to hold a beer festival later this year. Eldon Arms is famous for its exceptional Sunday roasts and friendly staff who are more than happy for you to bring your dog along with you. All About Tea, said to be the hidden gem of Portsmouth, is definitely worth a visit. The delicious aroma of tea entices you into a quirky little room with comfy chairs and vintage crockery, not to mention the tempting variety of cakes available. These are just a small selection of places that you can visit. Eastney Tavern and Brewhouse and Kitchen are more to add to the extensive list of dog-friendly locations where you can meet your friends with your best friend. But we thought that we should talk to someone with first-hand experience about owning a dog in Portsmouth. Natasa Katu is a student here at the university and owns a dog living with her here in Southsea. Let's see what she had to say.
I'm Natasa Katu. I've got a 4-year-old dog called Gizmo. He's a little Shih Tzu. And I'm a university student here. My experience as being a dog owner is great because I'm a student here, so it's great to have him when I come home because he's extra company. Everyone always comes around to see him, and I literally live around the corner, so I come home, walk him, and you know, he gets his food. I think it's the best part about my uni experience is having Gizmo here with me. Our favourite place we like to take Gizmo is St James Park because he's got so much room to run around and he meets other dogs there, big dogs, little dogs. He's always got someone to play with. We like to take him loads of different places. My favourite is the Corner Cafe because I can take him in with me. So I can get my work done, my uni work, whilst he's having fun, chilling in like an environment where people are fussing over him. Just enjoy being out of the house. I've been to the Honest Politician, which they were so friendly. Actually, there was loads of other dogs in there as well, so it was great for him, and like the people in there were so friendly with him. They loved him. So Gizmo's favourite place is anywhere. He likes to go on long walks. Like it doesn't matter where he goes, he's excited. As soon as you say, "Let's go walkies," he's like, "Okay." He gets excited and he runs around, and he's a bit tired right now, so it's fine. I'm a member of a dog walking community on Facebook, which is pretty good, so you can see what time people take their dogs for walks, and you can join them and just they go different places. They go down to the beach, to the common, just walking around Portsmouth. It's quite interesting to see. If I could improve Portsmouth to make it more dog friendly, I would bring out a doggy park. I can't remember where it's located, but there's a dog park where as you walk in there's like dog poopy bags hanging up, water bowls all around the park. There's also like dog training stuff in the park, so like the poles they can run in and out of. I think that's what they need to bring into Portsmouth. People can take their dogs there to train. They don't have to worry about kids there, because some obviously parents don't like their kids being around dogs, which is understandable. But I really think Portsmouth would benefit from having a doggy park.
Thanks, Natasa. It really is great to see the pups of Portsmouth in such loving families. But not all dogs can be as lucky as our Buddy to go on these days out, or like Natasa's Gizmo, have a warm bed in a loving home every night. Before we finish today, we'd like to talk about the dogs who need a little bit more TLC. So back over to Abby and Greg in the studio.
Thank you, May. As we've seen from Buddy, a dog and their owners can have a great day out here in Portsmouth.
Yes, that's right, Abby. And there are many people in Portsmouth that adore their dogs and spoil them all the time with long walks and days out.
What better way to spend your days than with your furry friend? Local business owner Shay Hill knows this only too well, and as a result set up Southsea Happy Tales, her very own pet sitting, puppy training, one-to-one and group dog walking service. Fully insured and fantastic prices to suit your needs, Shay spends her working days caring for dogs day in and day out in Portsmouth. You can find Southsea Happy Tales on Facebook for more information.
Unfortunately, this level of care and compassion is not seen in every owner and dog relationship. Portsmouth Kennels noticed an increase in abandoned dogs around the city over the course of 2015. As well as this, 110,000 abandoned dogs were reported in the UK alone, 21 of which were put to sleep every day. Many owners have no idea that their dog will only be held for 1 week, and if not collected in that time, will be put to sleep.
This is such a terrible loss. Portsmouth is very fortunate to have so many shelters that take in dogs with nowhere else to go. There's Portsmouth City Dog Kennel, as well as Stubbington Ark RSPCA's animal shelter, who offer an amazing service protecting the pups of Portsmouth from unsafe lifestyles, whilst providing care for them until they are able to be rehomed to loving new families.
And if you do find a dog within Portsmouth that is lost, please call the local dog warden on 02392 68 81 81. But on a lighter note, there are many owners who treasure their dogs and treat them just like another member of the family. We've had many responses to our Pompey Pups hashtag. Let's take a look at some of our favourites so far.
This is Connell Matthews lazing on the sofa with his Cocker Spaniel Honey.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah, it is. Thanks for tweeting that in, Connell.
In other news, our favourite pup Buddy has been out and about looking around the pubs of Portsmouth.
We met up with local bar supervisor Chris Good at Eastney Tavern to discuss what the pub does to facilitate for their customers and their dogs. So, let's take a look at what he found out for us.
My name's Chris Court and I'm the supervisor at Eastney Tavern. Yes, we are very dog friendly. We just have certain regulations where dogs are only allowed on one side of the pub, but that is purely just for hygienic reasons, to make sure that everyone has a lovely experience here. The dogs are allowed on anywhere on the right hand side of the pub. That is simply, as I said, for hygiene reasons, as the kitchen is on the other side of the pub. We do have dog water bowls. We have dog water bowls outside, and if the dogs aren't willing to go outside, we do have certain bowls to give to dogs, smaller ones, for inside here. There are a local bunch that do bring dogs in, and they are all very respectful of everyone in the pub. There are a certain amount of dogs in here that are actually quite friendly with one another, simply because their owners are friends in here. So there are dogs that take shine to one another because of their owners coming in here.
Looks as though Portsmouth has many things on offer to do for dogs day in and day and night, and all year round. I think that makes it pretty dog friendly.
I'd say so. In fact, I had no idea that there are so many places within our community that are so welcoming of dogs. I have learned of some exciting new places to take Frida for days out, and I'm sure those of you watching have too. Earlier in the show, we asked you to send in selfies alongside your dogs to show us those pups, pouts and smiles.
Yes, we did, and we've had an overwhelming response. Here's a few more that we like. This is Gemma and her King Charles Spaniel, Frankie, posing for the camera.
And this is Brooke and her Springer Doodle Ralph, though I'm not too sure who's pouting more here.
We also have Jamie with her Tibetan Terrier, Huey.
And this is Jess with her pup Nellie, that seems to be a little bit camera shy.
Oh, now weren't they lovely? Looks as though quite a few of you enjoy a picture with your adorable pooches.
They were indeed. However, here is our favourite of the day. This is Will kicking back with his dog Milo.
Oh, isn't he adorable? The dog, of course.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Will tells us that Milo is a 2-year-old working Cocker Spaniel who loves trips out in Portsmouth, particularly to Southsea Beachfront.
Unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. Thank you to all those that tweeted in. If you have missed any of the show or want to be reminded of the places we mentioned today, please visit youtube.com/CCI TV channel.
Don't forget to check out all the behind-the-scenes info on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.
We do hope you enjoyed our look into the world of dog-friendly Portsmouth as much as we did.
Be sure to explore and make the most of everything Pompey has to offer and all the wonderful sights. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.